This account says, I think I figured out how cross-up protection works in Tokon, and I'm disgusted by how much this game doesn't want you to mix. And I want to call out the very next response that shows up after 10 years of hard RPS mix fest. This is needed for the genre. Even if the game fails, if we highlight this fact, fighting games can return to a much better state. Now, the Tokon beta has everybody in their feelings, and Cloud is a prominent fighting game player, particularly in the tag space. In fact, as a recording of this video, he won the tournament over the weekend for the Tokon beta over on TNS. And what I find interesting is players that enjoy how tag fighters specifically have been played in the past, they are looking to continue that trend. And a feature of those games is just having to eat a mix, having to deal with cross-ups. And I just never found those mechanics interesting. Now, most people will say, well, Clive, it's because you suck at defending at them. True. But also, I just think it's just not a good way to enjoy the game. Cross-up 50-50 is like, okay, like what else, you know? And so I appreciate the person who responded because, as I said in my original video on my YouTube page talking about my experience with the beta over the weekend, I think Marvel Tokon is not a traditional take on a tag fighter game. And that instantly makes it more appealing. It just does. And so I do think we need to move away from a game being only 50-50. I think it needs more layers than that. And so I didn't even get to this layer of playing Tokon. I was just really trying to get a feel for the game. So there's aspects of Tokon that are similar to how tag fighters have played, but there are also things that clearly show it's going in a different direction. And I don't necessarily think going in a different direction is a bad thing. And so we'll have to see how Tokon turns out. But I've been seeing a lot of feedback like this from prominent players in the community. And the reality is we have to evolve. And I think there are other ways to make the game more interesting other than mix-ups and cross-ups.